Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Shanakshi Chakravarti. The top story we have been tracking through the day. Opposition MPs are holding a protest near the Gandhi statue at the Parliament here in the national capital against their suspension and are demanding a discussion on price rise. The MPs who will stay the night at the protest site will have to sleep under the sky. At least 6 opposition parties are taking part in this protest. My colleague Arvind has all the details.
24 opposition MPs, including 20 MPs from Rajya Sabha and 4 MPs from Lok Sabha, were suspended for allegedly holding placards storming the well of the House over the issue of price rise. So some of those suspended MPs are in a dharna right outside the Parliament complex near the Gandhi statue. They're going to protest the whole night here, and what we are being told is that this particular protest of the opposition MPs will continue till the suspension is revoked and also the government agrees for a debate or a discussion over the price rise issue. So what we are seeing now is also Congress MPs, the suspended Congress MPs along with TRS MPs and also left MPs and also TMC and also Aam Aadmi Party MPs are staging a protest dharna right near the Gandhi statue, right outside the Parliament complex. So we have Congress and left and TMC MPs. So we'll ask them what is this protest all about and what is their demand. Sir, the suspended MPs, some of the suspended MPs are protesting over the suspension, and also you are asking for a discussion inside the Parliament, but the government is saying that they are ready for a discussion when the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman recovers from COVID issue. So what is the main demand that all these suspended MPs are staging this, or based on which you are staging this dharna right near the Gandhi statue?
Today is the 8th day. 8 days opposition parties, different opposition parties, with different kind of alignments had been demanding one thing, for a price rise discussion in the Parliament. And we had been through parliamentary all procedures by adjournment motions, all other notices has been given. The government is not ready to yield to that, and they had took to a arrogant level, and they had come to a level that we will start suspending the Parliament MPs, members from the Member of Parliaments. They took the first stand in Lok Sabha and they suspended 4 of us from Lok Sabha. And yesterday they had suspended 19 of them. Today they had added one more. Therefore, totally in the Parliament, 24 of the MPs are out from the Parliament now. And they call it as democracy. And they said that discipline has to be there. They want to run Parliament like a Shaka model. That opposition parties will not allow. We want a democratic process and we want a debate in the Parliament. That only we are demanding.
Sir, you are also protesting along with the opposition MPs here who have been suspended. So the government is saying that it's the opposition which is running away from the debate. And how do you want to respond to that particular allegation? Also, there is an insight right in your shot.
There are certain established procedures to run the democracy smoothly. It's not the generosity of the ruling dispensation. So what we were demanding? We were demanding a discussion on the issue of price rise. Okay, so what is wrong in allowing the same? If the Parliament is spending some time to discuss, some 3-4 hours to discuss the issue of price rise, what is wrong in it? So it was a very genuine demand, and these people don't want to run this, democratic setup. They want to make the Parliament a, Modi Bagana Sangh like that. So we are opposing the same, and this dharna will continue till 29th of this month, and even after that, this when various types of protests will continue inside the Parliament, outside the Parliament. It's a very serious issue, and we would like to remind them one very important thing, that it is democracy is not Modi's generosity. So we will continue with our fights.
So several opposition MPs are protesting here. We also have Dona Sen from Trinamool Congress, who's also one among the suspended MPs, who's continuing with this sit-in dharna right near the Gandhi statue. But the several union ministers are saying that it's because all these opposition MPs, they indulged in unruly behavior, they disrupted the proceedings of this House, and that's why they were made to suspend all these MPs. They're saying that they are disrupting the proceedings. But how do you want to respond to this allegation? Because they put the blame right squarely on all the opposition MPs who have been suspended.
Very unfortunate, but government ministers are telling lies. They are lying. सारे के सारे वो झूठ बोल रहे हैं. Because 3 पॉइंट हम बोलेंगे. एक, अगर वो डिस्कशन चाहते, if they want discussion, then in Monday's list of business, Tuesday's list of business, or Wednesday, today's list of business, there must be the price rise issue for discussion. They didn't want to discuss. That's why it's not included in the list of business. Secondly, I will tell, we didn't even show a placard over there. We didn't disrupt their proceedings. We legally put up 267 notice for the discussion regarding price hike and GST, etc. For it's a people's issue. Monday, Tuesday, both the day we have served 267 notices. But government and chair didn't reply to it. They didn't allow to discuss regarding GST and price rise. What to do? We demanded, if government becomes silent, it's the opposition's responsibility to raise the people's voice inside the parliament. We tried only so that they allow the discussion. But in reply, they have suspended us without any provocation, without any problem. They suspended us.
So that's Dola Sen, the Trinamool Congress MP, who is also one among the suspended MPs. What we are seeing here is pillows and also bedspreads here, where the MPs, all the suspended MPs, have decided to sit in a dharna protest here till their suspension is revoked. And also, very importantly, they want immediately a discussion in both the houses of the parliament on this very important issue, that's the price rise. This is Arvind Gunasekar for NDTV.
And another big story, another day, another stack of cash found. At least 15 crore rupees in cash and gold jewellery and bars have been recovered from another house of Arpita Mukherjee, the close aide of Bengal's arrested Minister Partha Chatterjee, days after a huge pile of notes was found in one room of one of her houses, according to sources in the Enforcement Directorate. Bank officials are still counting the cash at the spot with note counting machines. Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee were arrested on Saturday, a day after 20 crore rupees was discovered from the house. He will be in the custody of the investigating agency till the 3rd of August. Another top story of the day, the top court has upheld almost all the stringent provisions of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, or the PMLA, in proceeds of crime, search and seizure, power of arrest, attachment of properties and bail, which were under challenge in the court. Petitioners had argued that unchecked power to arrest the accused without informing them of grounds of arrest or evidence is unconstitutional. Just last week, the Supreme Court had warned of India not becoming a police state and spoke against arbitrary arrests, saying that jail should be the exception and bail the norm. Yet, now another bench has now validated the ED's power of arrest and said the burden of proof is on the person arrested.
Several opposition leaders are being investigated by the Enforcement Directorate, and today the central agency received a big shot in the arm. The Supreme Court upheld the stringent provisions of Prevention of Money Laundering Act, or PMLA, including the power to search, seize and arrest. 242 pleas, including by politicians Congress MP Karti Chidambaram and former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh, now in jail, alleged that the laws violate fundamental rights and ED is misusing its powers. The top court upheld several powers of the Enforcement Directorate, including the burden of proof is on the accused. ED need not prove guilt. Special power to arrest, seize, search without warrant. Statements made during interrogation can be evidence in court. No need to provide case information copy to the accused. PMLA can be applied retrospectively for offences committed before 2002. The court in its verdict said that money laundering is no less heinous than terrorism. It affects social and economic fabric of the nation. It impacts sovereignty and integrity of countries. special enactments are required to tackle new situations. During the hearings, Centre had defended the amendments to PMLA, saying money laundering is conducted not just by corrupt businessmen like Vijay Mallya, Mehul Choksi and Nirav Modi, but also terror groups. It had said that proceeds of crime worth 18,000 crore rupees had been returned to banks in case of the 3 fugitives and 982 crore rupees had been seized in terror cases. While the BJP welcomed the verdict, Congress says the law is being misused.
Court has just now upheld the PMLA and the ED's jurisdiction, and the Supreme Court has said very clearly that they have that jurisdiction, and PMLA is within the ambit of the legal ambit in which it is working. We should respect the law and we should respect the law of the land.
सोनिया जी को बुलाया है, अब आज तीसरी दिन है, तीसरी बार है, और पता नहीं वो कब तक बुलाए हैं। तो ये जो ईडी का आतंक है देश के अंदर, ये आतंक मचा रखा है, इसका फैसला जल्दी होना चाहिए।
Ironically, it was the UPA government that implemented the law in 2005, but it was the NDA government which made amendments in 2019 that led to the provisions becoming more stringent. After 2019, neither an FIR nor an arrest warrant was necessary to probe the case and carry out search and seizure. Since 2019, there has been a 5-fold jump in cases. Money laundering searches have gone up 26 times under the Modi government, but the conviction rate is still low. Over 3,000 searches have taken place in the last 8 years, but only 23 people have been convicted. In New Delhi, with camera person AJ Joseph, this is Arpita Mukherjee for NDTV.